All right, hello everyone. Whenever you guys watch this, um, this is gonna be a brief video, much like I think all my Saturday videos are gonna be pretty brief. I just wanted to kind of briefly go through my experience typing Danielle Brooks. She's very interesting, actually, but from a typing perspective, I just wanted to kind of talk about what I've kind of been running into, and also what this might translate to in terms of a consulting call. So, I am trying to do consulting, and eventually, once I get 70% of my hard guesses in correct, I want to kind of reopen my snug and just do consulting services. So, just wanted to talk about it from that perspective. So, Danielle Brooks is a very interesting character. She's been successful since a very early age. I think ever since 17. She kind of went to Juilliard, which is a very popular, or not popular. It's a very elite acting school, and just kind of went from there. I think she's been on Broadway shows like The Color Purple. She's been on Orange Is the New Black. She's actually going to be doing. She's been doing several films and been a co-producer and things like that. So she's kind of a go-getter, and she's only 33 years old now. So, from a typing perspective, I found it kind of challenging to not just go off of stereotypes, right? If I just look at her picture, I'm like, for me with my type, I don't have SC or anything, so it's like I don't want to just I don't have the ability personally to just look at a bunch of pictures and then just see the type. At least not yet. Um, but I don't want to just stereotype and just look at her and say, "Oh, she's this," right? So for example, like here, my stereotype would be, oh, she might be masculine sensory because she looks like she could fight and kill someone. I don't know if that's true or not. Like, I don't know if I could prove that. But that would be kind of a stereotype. I would say, from a stereotype perspective, oh, she's savior play because she's very high energy. However, I've seen savior sleeps be quote unquote high energy as well. So there are kind of stereotypes that I can't prove right now. And I think in the past, I would have just ran with, oh, this is just their type, based on these stereotypes. And I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm trying to veer away from that. What I'm finding challenging as well is that, at least on the surface, she doesn't seem to have any major life problems. I mean, she's been kind of successful ever since, she was like 15, or I think even 6 years old. She was kind of acting in the church, or doing things for the church. So it's kind of hard for me from a consulting perspective, because basically what I see when I am typing someone in the class is, from a consulting service perspective, is what if someone comes in and they don't know their type, right? What if they haven't been officially typed by David Shan? What if they've been typed by, some other consulting groups that may not have, the percentages necessary to, at least in my standards, to kind of qualify to get kind of give advice. I have my own personal standard on that. So, what if someone's coming in and I need to answer and really give a corrective feedback and say, hey, this might be your type. I don't know if I know her well enough, and I don't know if I know her life problems well enough to really give feedback as to her type, right? Because your OP type is supposed to be about what you do every 5 seconds, apparently, according to David Shan. There are these recurring patterns that you can't help repeating, and that lead to problems because you're so imbalanced, right? And so I am kind of having a hard time typing her. And I'm trying to, again, fight the urge to do things based off of stereotype alone. I don't want to do that. But typing her, from a, casual perspective, I think is pretty fun. I think it's teaching me personally about energy dom, like just behavior, like, let's say productivity. I'm infodom, so the fact that typing 80% of the time for me is I'm listening to her while doing other stuff. Like, it's like I'm listening to her while cleaning around the house, or I'm listening to her maybe while I'm going somewhere, it's a little bit less pressure on the front end, you know, whereas with infodom, it's like you have all this stuff that you need to do. You know, you got to be rigorous and you got to be almost like a scientist to kind of get a scientist or maybe like a business person in order to get anything done. Um, and I'm learning, trying to kind of take things a little bit easier for that, through this experience. So that's about it. I just wanted to kind of share that briefly. I know a lot of people might be in the typing journey as well, and just wanted to say, if you're struggling with Danielle, you're not alone, I guess. I do have at least a guess as to what she might be, at least in certain coins. But I'll talk about that more on Tuesday. So let me just wrap it up here. Hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you on Tuesday. Take care.